When stewing meat, do you toss in star anise, cinnamon, bay leaves, and Sichuan peppercorns all at once and leave them in until it's done? Then the broth tastes bitter, while the meat has little aroma, and you assume the meat wasn't fresh? The meat isn't the problem. The real mistake is when you add the spices. Food Facts with Salted Fish explains. Today, let's look at the 3 most common types of spices used for stewing meat. First, bay leaves, Sichuan peppercorns, and fennel seeds. Many people think the longer spices cook, the stronger their aroma, so they add bay leaves at the start and simmer them for 2 hours. But their aromatic compounds are heat-sensitive and have low boiling points, so they escape with the steam once the water boils. By the time the meat is done, they're flavorless scraps, so naturally, little fragrance remains in the meat. The right method is to add them 20 minutes before serving, using high heat to quickly release their surface aromas into the broth. That's the key to preserving their fresh aroma. Add them too early, and you may as well not add them. Second, star anise, cinnamon, and black cardamom. These are either hard shells or thick bark, with aromatic compounds locked inside dense woody fibers. If they aren't cooked long enough, they release no flavor. Some add them right before serving to save time, and while the pot smells wonderful, the meat itself is completely bland. That's why there's only one way to get the flavor into the meat. Simmer them slowly over time. They must go into cold water together with the raw meat. Starting from cold water, they need the full heating process, followed by prolonged high heat to break down their dense structure. Only then can the aroma slowly penetrate the meat fibers, flavoring it inside and out. Third, cloves, angelica root, and cardamom. Many people believe these are great at removing gamey odors, so they stew them with the meat and use quite a lot. The result is a whole pot of bitter, medicinal-tasting broth that gets worse the longer it cooks. These spices can indeed remove gamey odors, but they also contain bitter compounds, which are released much faster during prolonged high-temperature cooking. Not only should they be added later, but they must also be used very sparingly. Add them 30 minutes before serving. Use just a little each time to boost the aroma and prevent bitterness from the start. Add them too early or use too much, and even good meat can't be saved. This isn't some secret trick guarded by master chefs. It's all based on real culinary chemistry. The aromatic substances and spices are different organic molecules, each with a very different boiling point. For example, eucalyptol and bay leaves has a boiling point of just 176 degrees Celsius. If boiled continuously for over an hour, more than 80% can evaporate, making it virtually pointless. By contrast, cinnamaldehyde in cinnamon boils at 253 degrees Celsius. It takes at least 40 minutes of sustained high heat for its aroma to be fully released. In China, over 70% of households add all their spices to the pot at once when stewing meat. Fewer than 20% know that different spices should be added at different times. That's why so many people feel their homemade stews aren't as fragrant as those from restaurants. It's not that others use more spices, they simply time them better. When people's stewed meat falls flat, it's not from a lack of talent or poor quality seasonings. They've simply fallen into a trap. When flavor is lacking, they add more spices, and when the aroma seems weak, they buy more expensive ones, never considering that the real issue isn't the type or price of the spices, but when they go into the pot. Add heat-sensitive spices too early, and all their aroma evaporates. Add slow-cooking spices too late, and the flavor won't penetrate the meat. Use too many bitter spices, and the whole pot is ruined. No matter how many spices you add, the wrong order only wastes money. The basic principle is simple. The key to stewing meat isn't using more spices, but adding them at the right time, because every spice behaves differently. Don't delay those that need to go in early, don't rush those that should go in late, and never overuse those meant to be used sparingly. Only then can their aromas fully develop. Cooking really doesn't involve that many mysterious or complicated secrets. You don't need dozens of expensive spices, nor do you need to be intimidated by complex recipes. Understand each ingredient and get the basic order right. Even ordinary pantry seasonings can produce a richly aromatic, delicious stew. When it comes to cooking, more complicated steps don't guarantee better flavor. Respect the ingredients and get the details right. That's what makes food taste best.